Good evening from Beerwar, a little town almost obliterated by that fierce storm in the early hours of this morning. And it wasn't the only one. In other parts, storms causing flood alerts in places like Grantham, and some people forced to relive the flood pain.
That's right, Andrew. I'm at Auchenflower, in the very street where water started bubbling up from the ground this morning. Tonight we have reporters across all of the region in the worst hit zones. We will begin our coverage though with a special report from Lane Calcutt.
Just when you thought Mother Nature had nothing more to throw at us, she had a mean, callous sting in the tail. Overnight and early morning storms compounding, extending the misery and heartache. The rain torrential, and within minutes, flash flooding played out on live TV.
Yeah, she said, I can't believe this is happening again.
In Auchenflower, the stormwater drains and the residents couldn't take any more.
We're just finished cleaning. This has just broken me. It's all right. Oh. How much more can we take, eh?
It came and went throughout the morning. To the north, the township of Landsborough was hit the worst. Giant trees brought down on houses, across fences, across roads. This roof was punctured.
It sounded like, I don't know, tornado. I'd never heard a hurricane as loud as that.
Parts of Brisbane received 48 millimetres in half an hour, putting the clean-up and lives on hold.
We got stuff dry yesterday and thinking, well, we'll start to clean up today, but obviously that doesn't happen.
With all that water, again came all that mud, and anything that might have been saved probably couldn't be now. And there might be worse to come. Storms forecast in places even more severe, with heavy rain, large hail and strong winds, west to Grantham and as far north as Bundaberg.
This is of serious concern. The conditions are going to be unstable for the next 24 to 48 hours, so across the entire southeast. I haven't heard the likes of it before. These are unprecedented times.
Swollen streams, backed up drains won't be able to cope.
Flooding with little to no warning and is absolutely a risk today.
Everyone's urged to stay home, to stay off the roads for at least the next day, and residents of flooded homes told to stay away.
Extraordinarily serious, dangerous and life-threatening. Please be incredibly careful out there.
Though at Rocklea, the clean-up went on. For others, like this snack bar owner, the damage is so bad there's just no future. 2 floods in 11 years is too many.
We're not opening again, we're done.
So this is broken you?
Yeah. We've been doing this for 25 years.
Different suburb, same story. Across town in Albion, water still up, too high to get the job done.
We've given up.
At Milton, the water did drop enough for the clean-up to kick back in. Back at Auchenflower, they worked in the water.
Turn. Good job, guys.
If only Mother Nature was as helpful or as caring. Lane Calcutt, 9.
To Tim Avia now at Barden. Tim, we just heard the Premier talking about the unpredictability of this situation, but her government has been criticised for sending mixed messages.
That's right, Melissa. A lot of parents were today rushing to pick up their kids from school early, but the question is, should they have had to? It all started with one announcement from the Premier. Then a social media post came out saying something different. It was later edited, but schools were also messaging parents. And then it was all capped off with another separate announcement about schools for tomorrow. If you're confused, this is how it all unfolded. School's out for the second time this week, with some parents very put out.
It's frustrating as hell. So frustrating. It is a bit annoying.
The mix-up also hitting businesses trying to clean up.
When the rumour came around that we had to go and pick up our kids, we were all looking at the bomb going, why?
As helping hands disappeared.
We probably lost about 40%, I'd say, of our helpers, because they just had to go and deal with their children.
The confusion started at the 11 a.m. news conference. Parents told to pick up their children from the following regions.
Northern Moreton Bay region, Sunshine Coast, Gympie, Wide Bay, all the way up to Bundaberg.
But a corresponding social media post said parents in southeast areas affected by flooding and storms should collect children from school, before later being edited to parents from northern Moreton Bay Regional Council area to Bundaberg. But schools from the Gold Coast to Brisbane were already messaging parents to come in early, some venting on the Premier's Facebook page. Why do you keep closing the schools? Surely the parents and schools can decide what is safe. Have we never had storms in Brisbane before?
I'm sorry, but leadership isn't sending 3 different messages across different media platforms within the space of an hour to try and cover up your tracks.
Some parents taking it in their stride.
I'd rather that they were safer than sorry.
Mate, I don't really mind, like we love our kids.
Which is just as well. All schools in the southeast will now be closed tomorrow due to safety concerns, except for children of essential workers. Tim Arvia, 9 News.
We were warned there would be storms, and the first one swept through in the early hours of this morning. The Sunshine Coast hinterland taking a direct hit, and the locals describing it as cyclonic.
There was no disputing what locals thought ripped through the Sunshine Coast early this morning.
Honestly, it felt like a cyclone.
Lots of wind. It was like a mini cyclone.
10 minutes max. It was incredibly quick, yeah. And the damage is quite extraordinary.
The cell lashing Beerwah and Landsborough as most were asleep. This is what it did to Ella Leake's family home. Ella and her husband were in the room the tree crushed just seconds before it came down. You can imagine how terrifying it would have been for their 2 young children.
Our first reaction is everyone's safe. So, and I think particularly because it did fall in our bedroom and we could have been in bed, I think we're all just very relieved.
They've got somewhere to stay, but there's plenty more who don't.
It was so loud that I didn't even realise we had trees that had fallen down and trees that had hit the top of the roof.
Sean Old sheltered with his 2 young children under a door frame.
The lightning and thunder was pretty loud, and there was a lot of wind blowing, and the leaves stuck to our windows and we could barely see out. It was like the movies.
Rebecca Conley and her partner battled through Townsville's 2019 floods. Last week they were flooded again. This morning their backyard was destroyed.
It's been a bit of a rough trot. I was sort of out here at 3:30 this morning yelling at the sky going, what more can you give us?
From above you get a sense of the sheer scale of the damage, and almost as quickly as the storm came and went, the clean-up began.
The priority at the moment is restoring power to the region, and despite Energex crews working around the clock to make that happen, it could take hours, if not days, due to the sheer amount of the damage.
All as more storms loom on the horizon. Jordan Fabris, 9 News.
Well, Gary Youngbury joins me right now. Gaz, what are we expecting? Where are those storms right now?
Well, thankfully they've cleared here. It was bucketing down just before 6 o'clock. It has cleared here, but they are sweeping across the southeast. But just because they've moved through, that doesn't mean we won't see any more throughout this evening as well. Our radar will show the development of that sort of early afternoon through the Southern Downs, Warwick, Granite Belt, and also around the Somerset region, but they're all joined up, formed a big line and crossed right across the southeast. There's still more to come, Lofty, not just possibly this evening, but tomorrow, and all those details in our full forecast.
All right, thanks, Gary. Melissa, we've just seen the most beautiful rainbow behind us, and I think the locals around here at the moment are hoping there might be something at the end of it.
I bet they are, Lofty, thank you. Well, we're going to cross now to Annie Puller at Albion. Annie, a major retrieval operation has been underway there today.
Yeah, Melissa, and it's been going all day long. Take a closer look at this trail of destruction. I've never seen anything quite like it before. As we go to where vehicle after vehicle is being pulled out of a flooded apartment basement here in Albion, and the destruction is just enormous. We've witnessed tow truck drivers retrieve about 50 in the last 2 hours, and we were also here as these vehicle owners arrived today to see the carnage for the first time. Take a listen.
Within an hour, the water just came up and it was just everyone's standing here watching their possessions go under. It was heartbreaking.
I think it's the next one to be towed.
How do you feel about seeing it?
I feel like dying.
You can just see the state of these cars covered in mud and sludge. Every single one is totally destroyed. And speaking to tow truck bosses here today, there's about 15,000 in the same position. Andrew?